வணக்கம் நேர்களே. இந்த வாரம் ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங் டாப்பிக்கோட வந்திருக்கோம். இந்த வாரம் போனோகிராஃபி நல்லதா கெட்டதா, ஸ்பான் த வேர்ஸ்ட் ட்ரக் ஃபார் ஹியூமன்ஸ். நான் ஹியூமன்ஸ் நீ ஏன் சொல்கிறேன், நாட் மேல் ஸ்பெசிஃபிக்லி ஃபீமேல் சொல்கிறேன்னா, ஏன்னா அது இட்ஸ் கன்சியூம் பை போத் ஜெண்டர்ஸ். ஸோ வி ஆர் கோயிங் டு எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் அதோட இஃபெக்ட்ஸ் என்ன, அதனால வர அந்த விளைவுகள் என்ன, அண்ட் பேசிக்லி அதை கன்சியூம் பண்ணாக்கா என்ன, அதுலேருந்து என்ன வரும், அதை பற்றி தான் நம்ம ஒரு ஆராய்ச்சி அலச போகிறோம். ஹோப்ஃபுல்லி யூ ஆல் என்ஜாய் திஸ் எபிசோட். ஸ்டே டியூன்ட். ஹலோ ஹலோ
ஹலோ ஹலோ
ஹலோ. ஏ ஹாய், வாட்ஸ் அப் கைஸ்?
என்னதுடா
Why lah?
What's up? How are you all doing, man?
Fine, man.
Hey, fine எவ்வளோ?
doing great. Eating கடலை முட்டாய்.
கடல் முட்டாய் இருக்கு, கடல் காணோம்.
Yes, straight out of factory from India.
Oh, wow, that's actually good sweet. Yes. So நேயர்களே, welcome back to another episode of வட போச்சே. Basically இந்த வாரம் we have a very controversial topic. Actually not rather than controversial, it's an educational topic னு சொல்லலாம். ஆனால் இது it's an interesting topic னு சொல்லலாம். pornography பற்றி பேச போகிறோம். Is pornography the worst drug for human brains? I'm not specifically saying for male because pornography is consumed by both ஆண்கள் and பெண்கள். So pornography, is it the worst drug?
Gender neutral lah.
Illa, is it the worst drug for humans, for our brain activity, not just for humans? அதான் இன்னைக்கு அதை பற்றி நம்ம பேச போகிறோம்.
So, I mean, this topic can be done in lieu of No Nut November.
Triple N.
So, I mean, if you're talking about like the worst drug and all that, I think the implications, if you put it in layman's terms, is that pornography can be addictive and adukku negative effects irukonu.
Yep.
So let's just start with the addictive side of things. So like based on the research that I've found, apparently it is a fact that many like people who have consumed porn find it hard to stop watching porn entirely. It's like at one point or another, or like at certain time you will end up watching it again. It's not something that you do a few times upon niruthradhu sort of thing. And but I think so far there is no like clinical diagnosis pornography addiction.
Not yet.
But that's why I say so far. But they say there are a lot of people who are actually addicted to it, the habit of watching porn, based on research. And quitting it apparently is like not easy, because like there's a lot of people like treating it like any other addiction, like smoking or any other addiction, drinking, whatever. It's the same thing. Like apparently it's hard to quit.
It's like a cold turkey treatment. நான் படித்தேன் எங்கேயோ. It's equivalent to like அந்த கிராக் அந்த மாதிரி கொக்கைன்லாம் எடுக்கிறதுல அந்த மாதிரி ட்ரீட்மெண்ட். அதை எப்படி இதில் எப்படி வெளியே வராங்களோ அதே மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும்னு நான் படித்தேன். porn அடிக்ஷன்ங்கிறது இஸ் worse than actually consuming crack cocaine ஒரு ஆர்டிக்கலில் படித்தேன். ஸோ என்னோட ரிசர்ச் படி நான் என்ன பார்த்தேன்னா, side effects of pornography. அது it removes you from your reality and physical sensations. So basically humans நம்ம we are structured in a way where we are attracted to some things, right? That attraction causes magic somewhere, right? நான் layman terms சொல்லலாம். Okay. What happens is pornography அது என்ன பண்ணோம்னா, அது உங்களை அந்த ரியாலிட்டியிலிருந்து வெளியாக்கணும். You will start objectifying people. That's the first side effect. அது மட்டும் இல்லை, it also leads like ஆண்களுக்கு it often leads to erectile dysfunction also because of too much of பல்லான படம் பார்க்கறது. That is one of the side effects. I read. Yeah.
Right.
One of the things which I read also, right, they tend to forget is scripting.
Sorry? Oh,
Some
okay.
of them, yeah, it's actually a script, but everything is a script, you know. Then
Yeah.
they tend to forget is scripting.
இல்ல அதுவும் ஒரு படம் தான் basically.
Yeah, it's a movie, but people tend to forget and think it's real. அதுல வர பின் விளைவுகள் வந்து is actually very bad. Some of them got arrested because of this.
இல்ல அதுக்கு முன்னாடி எனக்கு ஒரு கேள்வி, நீ ஏன் இப்ப இன் பிட்வீன் வந்து என்ன நல்ல ஒரு மாஸ்க் வாய்ஸோட பேசிட்டு இருக்கடா? வாட் ஹேப்பன் டு யூ?
நானா actually இன்னைக்கு sinus very bad. I finished one whole box of tissue already. This is my second box. நின்று தொலைய மாட்டேங்குது.
அப்போ உனக்கு சைனஸ் எப்போ கூட இருந்துச்சுடா?
கோவிட் இருந்தபோது நல்லா இருந்துச்சு.
வெரி குட். எனிவேஸ் so that was it's a படம். You're absolutely right. And yeah.
No, especially those worst one is those, you know, they pick up in the street, the kind of things, that kind of genre kind of thing which goes on, right? No, because I read, so people tend to go in public and try to do something similar.
What?
No, the negative thing is people tend to forget it's not real. They think it's real, whatever shown, projection of the film. So the content, they try to follow the same content in real life context.
Yeah,
which so some of them really got arrested.
So it brings back to my model சொன்னேன்ல, it disassociates you and the reality and the real life என்னங்கறத it sort of like disassociates you in that sense. That's what pornography does.
But it's not, I mean, I think that's a risk for people, because I think from a personal stance, celebrate don't know when to differentiate it between. No, I think they just don't. They fail to differentiate it between reality and or show pakra mari. You know, they treat it as like the sort of overlap. They don't understand that it's fake. A lot of it is fake, you know. So I think that's the problem with them. So yeah, but thankfully in our circle, as far as I know, there's like nobody with this problem. So, but I have heard of stories where like read these stories on the internet rather than seen firsthand, where people வந்து இந்த மாதிரி like பார்த்ததை இன்டர்நெட்ல பார்த்ததை they like carry over to real life and dump these expectations on people, because I think that's stupid lah. But certain people they just find it hard to draw the line, and because I think pornography acts on a very like primitive function for humans, right? Like, so it's அது வந்து control பண்ணதுக்கு I think some people may find it hard. I'm not justifying their wrongdoings, but I think it's because it's such a, for lack of a better term, ஒரு animalistic instinct போடுவோம், and it will require, if you are that far up into addiction and all that, it will require a lot of rationalization and conscious effort for you to draw the line and differentiate it between like what's fake and what's real and all that. So people just need to, and this actually ties in with one of the point where they apparently porn pakravanga, right, they tend to objectify the opposite gender, no matter what your gender, whatever gender you're attracted to, basically, not necessarily opposite gender. So yeah, apparently because you treat the person that you're attracted to, or the whatever gender or sex that you're attracted to, they use it as a means to an end. Like basically like that specific gender, they treat it as is just meant to sexually satisfy them and then they start to objectify human beings as a result. Because of how addicted they are to pornography and things like that. So they, which ties into the previous point, like they don't know when to stop. They don't know எப்ப draw the line between fantasy and reality.
See, there was one point I was reading. இது ஒரு ஸ்பெகுலேஷன் சொல்றாங்க. Especially male specimen, male மூளையில வந்து watching porn is associated with brain shrink, less gray matter effectively lah. So the shrinking of the brain. This is a study that they were doing. They can't conclude is this true or not because there's a lot of variable factor. But this was a study that was doing. So இதனாலே it leads brain வந்து basically it stimulates all the activities in our actions, etc. And basically I would associate and the brain shrinking, if அது உண்மைனா, that might be a reason why மூளை இல்லாம நம்ம வேலை பண்றது, which is like doing objectifying people, or like going into sleep, like Jawar சொன்ன example மாதிரி, doing the படத்துல பார்க்கறது real life. It could be a possibility. This is just speculation.
Another psychological effect which watching porn causes, right? I read that it causes for both male and female, it causes them to have body image and self-esteem issues.
Oh yeah. Because you've never seen a fat guy. You've never seen a fat guy.
You have never seen a fat guy or a woman who's also big size.
இல்ல sorry.
There's a whole category for that one.
Exactly.
Okay. And okay, maybe for a guy lah. And
you've never seen a micro penis. I mean, you don't know for the penis, but
no, I can guarantee you that whatever we are talking about now,
there will be a category.
I mean, there, but you don't see.
We talk about
90%.
mainstream things. Mainstream things.
Because
it causes a lot.
You are at the point is only why do you say that?
We spoke about it in a previous episode. Whenever there's a rule. Wait, let me Google it. It's a formalized rule.
This is a fucking joke, I swear.
There's a formalized rule about it.
Whatever you
think
search
about it, there's a porno about it.
Yeah. Basically, that is the
Rule 34. Yeah. Rule 34 is that basically if it exists or can be imagined, there's internet porn of it. That's rule.
Okay.
Yeah, rule 34. Yeah. So the other previous episode அதை பத்தி பேசியிருக்கோம். I think like because okay from a marketing standpoint, there will definitely be an abundance of content for people that circulates around. Okay, from a man's standpoint, maybe overweight guys, or guys with smaller penises as well. Because when you push this sort of content, it directly is more relatable to the people who fit the demographic for these things. So if you're a fat guy, and a lot of time people watch porn as a means of, if I were to maybe put in
output.
One analogy is like it's called living vicariously through what you see. So for example, we watch sports, right? We are living vicariously through the players. Sometimes we imagine what we will do if we are in that situation.
Correct.
How we will change the tactics if you're a manager. And that's all nonsense. It's the same thing. So when you're watching porn, some people take it as an escape. They imagine that they are the
character
performers. So when you're performing, I think some people might end up looking for some performers who resemble them or have their traits. So definitely we'll have this sort of content on, because it's such a big industry, right? It's I think $1 trillion industry or something.
Definitely.
So it's a huge industry. So when you're dealing with the industry this big, you definitely will have content that caters to so many people.
அது மட்டும் இல்ல இந்த pornography வந்து என்ன தெரியுமா பண்ணுது actually to be honest right what you see in pornography it ties into Jawad's point earlier இது வந்து ஒரு படம் it's a real movies are fake to a certain extent unless like a biography or some shit like that lah முக்காவாசி படம் வந்து fake so the things you see in there like example the male's penis size is fake you all the point என்னன்னா they pump in Viagra and they actually use a lot of unnatural medicines to sort of pump it up.
Wow, monster.
அது பொய்யால அது வேற ரகம் no but no truth be told it's like setting expectations ஏன்னா நமக்கு வந்து you see நம்ம வந்து படத்துல பார்க்கறோம் சரி எப்படி ஒருத்தர்கிட்ட ப்ரோபோஸ் பண்ணணும் எப்படி வந்து சாப்பாடு சாப்பிட etc we learn from movies date ideas as well பாரிஸ்க்கு போனாக்கா it's a romantic city how we learn all this is through movies and we don't to be honest we don't see mating how we mate and all this kind of shit through other stuff is through pornography right it's not like it's a natural instinct like oh yes okay this is what I need to do and sorry we are Indians nobody teaches us what to do from number
it's a taboo topic
yeah it's a taboo topic I'm sorry either பேசுறது is a taboo topic as well so there's no such thing as somebody is going to come and teach us what to do that's all okay so basically we get our content from pornography and we need to set expectations that what you see on pornography அது வந்து is வெறும் படம் தான் and you don't expect every guy to have that huge of a monster in that sense same thing for the female as well you don't expect everyone to have like very smooth skin etc so yeah இதுதான் pornography that I asked you the content we see is what sets up expectation also yeah
I mean I think it ties like you சொன்ன மாதிரி like romance and all that shit right is similar implications with regards to the fact that அந்த பார்க்குற content media I just broadly put it as media right பார்க்குற media right will shape your reality so if I'm right now when I studied in school there's this theory called epidemic needle theory or something so wait epidemic or hyperdemic let me just needle theory for media there is a specific hypodemic needle theory so basically right this theory has been disputed and criticized very long but there is an element of truth to it lah so the hypodemic needle theory now what they take it as people take whatever they see in media as their reality
okay
so is meaning the media injects is sort of like injecting a message into your brain like that it's okay. Like you're telling that 1 + 1 = 2 you'll believe 1 + 1 = 2 if you're telling that paratha is supposed to be triangle shape people believe the paratha is supposed to be triangle shape that sort of thing so
இது நீ சொல்லும்போது sorry I have to interrupt it reminds me you all got use Snapchat
long ago
very long ago
Snapchat got this column where you can swipe to the right then it will show all the people being interviewed so some of the interview artists are these adult film actor and actresses lah so one of them asked the question why you all do such genre நீ சொன்னதுக்கு தான் நான் வரேன் because they say that it caters to the people certain genre the viewership in that incest genre is so much that they keep doing it
oh that's nasty I'm sorry
it's nasty but people நீ சொன்ன அந்த மீடியா லைன்ல இருக்கனால நான் சொல்றேன் the catering that's why end of the day right film is just catering to the needs of how supply. The viewership and the supply and demand
Right, this came up in your Snapchat
yeah like it's always in Snapchat
yeah so people a lot of their reality is shaped by what they see in the media so for example if you think like if you ask generally like a lot of people like romance what's the place you think of and associate with romance they say Paris but that's just because they see it on TV Eiffel Tower background people kissing in front that's the same thing so what do you associate with like romance they'll be telling you this from this you should do this you should do that all these ideas come from movies it's not right or wrong but it is what it is like it's reality so and I think அதுலயும் they they tie what they see in porn and they expect that in reality also. So and there have been a lot of stories when I read online like pornography party that there's a lot of expectations that people like not just men, women also just like what they see they expect in real life for their partners to do for them. அந்த மாதிரி இது. So I think there's a huge gap, a huge difference. Like people need to draw a line somewhere and respect their partner. If it's a partner, they should respect their partner for the partner. Or if it's just a casual thing, they should respect their person for their person. Instead of dumping, hey, I want this, hey, I want that. Instead of demanding it, like, you shouldn't demand just based on what you see. You know, you should like, if it's a relationship, you should build some chemistry, build a relationship there instead of just imposing or dumping your beliefs onto people. But yeah, in G's, like there's just a lot of like but we're talking about porn in general, but towards the end we sort of like tied into the fact that media
media plays a big part of it lah.
For example, like reality shows and things like that. There's some people watch reality shows and they take that to real life and they have the expectations. TV they want it in their real life and that sort of things also. Not wrong or right, but I guess it's how you deal with it that will deem it right or wrong. So, but yeah, we tied it in gist about how like pornography can be addictive. Pornography, people or the reality gets skewed based on what they see and how they treat their partners, be it long term or short term, based on what they see also. So I think the main crux of the story is that it can be an outlet or it can be addictive depending on how you deal with it and how you deal with the effects. So it ultimately comes down to personal preference, personal habits. So because to deem it as a bad thing, I don't know, because in my opinion, everybody has consumed it at one point or another.
Everybody has access to it.
Everybody has access to it. Everybody has consumed it in one point or another.
Yeah.
Nowadays, even like music videos that artists are doing is like basically porn.
Especially
recently GED all did it with the porn star itself.
Yeah, so I have not seen like, okay, thankfully, right, I do not listen to pop videos. I do not listen to pop songs, so I don't know. Thankfully, rock songs are generally still story based.
I listen to Tamil songs only. Those English pop songs that I've seen, the mainstream ones are very provocative and things like that. So it's like there's just the lines are being so blurred nowadays, right? And it's like just like the point being like at some point or another you may not have known that you actually consume some sort of porn. Yes.
So I mean ultimately the main crux of it is just know where to draw the line and know how to deal with any negative effects yourself, because whether it's a good thing or bad thing depends on how you act on it.
One more point to add, right? I've known couples who use porn to actually sort of like spice up their marital life as well. So porn is bad in our opinion. I believe I speak for the both of you as well. But then I think if used specifically,
I don't think it's bad.
You don't think it's bad? Porn is like, to example,
I just said it's good or bad depending on how you deal with it, how you act. So because for people it's an outlet and outlets are good.
அது மட்டும் இல்ல,
if they don't have it then they will do stupid things.
அது மட்டும் இல்ல, like couples, they use it as a reference point as well to a certain extent. That's what I got told lah. So
depends
exactly like your point. Sorry, exactly like your point. நீங்க அதை எப்படி கன்சியூம் பண்ணி என்ன பண்ண போறீங்க, அதுதான் மேட்டர். எனிவேஸ், ஸோ நேரங்களே, ஹோப் யூ ஆல் ஹேட் அ இன்சைட்ஃபுல் எபிசோட். போனை பற்றி நம்ம பேசிக்கிட்டே இருக்கலாம், அதோட இஃபெக்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் நிறைய இருக்குது. வி ஒன்லி டச்ட் ஆன் த மெயின் பாயிண்ட்ஸ் டுடே. Hope you all had an informative episode and hope you all enjoyed the episode. அடுத்த வாரம் இன்னொரு எபிசோடோட சந்திக்கிறோம். Take care, thank you and ciao.
Goodbye.
அட போச்சே